People are feeling uncertain right now with the news leading with scary headlines and throwing out words like recession. This recession is by intent. The Federal Reserve is forcing a recession in order to control inflation. It's Friday, August 26th, 2022. I'm Kimberly Barton of Kinetic Realty, your local market expert with this week's Maryland Market Minute. You need to know what the local market is doing because the local market is what impacts you personally. That's why I bring you a weekly snapshot of what our market is doing here locally in Maryland. Be sure to subscribe. The Fed's plan to curb inflation is to raise the rates. I've heard it referred to as a medically induced coma for the housing market. And for those who follow my content, you already know that the housing market reflects the health of our economy. So are we headed for a housing crisis? Not likely. In fact, reality is that our area is still challenged by low inventory, low unemployment. Builders are backing off on new builds despite the demand needed for our area, and millennials are the largest group driving the demand for purchasing homes because a lot of these buyers know that home ownership is their best bet against inflation while maintaining an economic household stability. Market activity is also a good indication of what is happening. So let's look at what the inventory activity did this past week. 985 properties are coming soon, reflecting 6.4% increase week over week. 1,454 homes were listed for sale, down 3.2% this week. 747 went under contract, 1.875% increase week over week. 1,416 are temporarily off the market, rising again this week, another 1%. 1,122 went pending, which reflects only a 0.4% decline in contracts. 1,591 properties sold in an average of 18 days at 100% list to sold ratio, reflecting a solid benchmark. The highest sale this past week was in Davisonville for $3,956,000. On the rental front, inventory rose again this past week to 1,760 at $2,350 per month. These have been listed for lease at 19 median days thus far. Thinking about moving, I believe you should feel confident about buying or selling a home. Call me to talk about how we can make that happen for you. That's a wrap for this week's Maryland Market Minute for August 26, 2022. Thanks for tuning in. Until next week, enjoy your weekend.